June 7th, 2017, 6/7/17. It is my birthday. This is my 32nd birthday, to those of you who like to Google how old I am. This probably, you're thinking, it counts as work, right? Because I'm not supposed to be working, I'm taking 2 weeks off. I think birthdays matter because they are that reason to just kind of sit down and reflect and think about things. And that's the whole reason I took these 2 weeks off, was to do that, to spend time doing that, thinking about what's going on. And I was like thinking, I don't really have anything to say. I don't have anything like to proclaim about it. There's not like some big thing happening in terms of like revelations or new ideas. I think I've honestly just been thinking so much about how grateful I am. I'm reading this book. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a You Know What. It's like taking off right now in the Kindle store and on Amazon. And I was like, this sounds great. I think everybody should learn how to do this. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the book yet. I honestly haven't finished it. And I try to read books fast if I'm not into them, because if I'm not, I don't want to spend time reading it. I want to like scoot by and get it done quickly. But one thing that I thought was interesting in terms of what I've read so far is that he talks about everybody wants the same thing. Like, we're all going after the same goal. It's very vague. Like the goal is that we just want happiness on some level. We just want to be happy. We just want a great life and to be happy and to feel happy. I totally read that and I thought, yeah, that's so true. I mean, I think we can say certain goals like I want to achieve this or I want that, but at the end of the day, you're doing that to achieve some level of happiness. The whole point was like, why are you special? Like, why are you different, you know? And it really comes down to what you want to struggle in order to achieve that happiness. And that was very interesting to me, because I thought, yeah, we all do certain things and we struggle through certain things because we want to, in order to get that thing that we think we're doing it for. Some people might think they're achieving happiness by putting themselves through crap in terms of like how their family treats them or how their friends treat them, and they don't realize that that's what they're doing to themselves and that they might be able to achieve happiness a different way. Sure. I'm so incredibly grateful for what is happening in my life, because it is all struggles that I signed up for and wanted, and I'm totally fine with. It's like super weird. It's like every day there's sort of like this online hack that we've got to try to work on, or there's some marketing strategy that we need to figure out if it's the right thing. Or I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. Is it going to do what I want it to do? Is it going to go better? Is it going to go worse? You know, what are those things? That's a struggle. That's an unknown that I like going through. And so when I was reading that, I kind of realized I pretty much got what I want right now. Like, professionally, there's so many things that I can do and I want to do. But the initial goal, seriously, was just to be in complete control of my day, every day, and to be able to live off of it in a way that I love, in a way that I appreciate, to be able to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise, like travel the world, etc. And I have that. And I found my fiance, I found my future husband in doing that, so that's checked off. I'm like, well, I'm like happy. I wish I had a new chair because it keeps squeaking and I hate it, but other than that, I feel like everything's pretty good. So that's a pretty good state of age 32. I can remember turning 22 and thinking, you're so old. You've now been old enough to drink for a year. And you haven't even had that much alcohol. You've certainly not tried enough wine. No, that's like me talking to my younger self, that last part. No, I just remember thinking I was so old. There was something so bragworthy when I was 18. I've been working since 18. You know, I'm the only kid that didn't get kicked out of my parents' house. I was like, see you later, I'm out of here. It's just funny because I've been working since then. So when you're working at 18 and when you're working at 19, especially millennials at that age, and you're working at 20, and I'm in school and I'm working, and then I decide to leave school to keep working because I had the perfect job, or what I thought was at the time, and everybody thinks you're so impressive. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, you are so mature for your age. Oh my God, I used to live for that. People used to say that to me all the time. And I just like, that was like the ultimate, like if you talk about like productive love languages, like those were the words you could say to me and I would just be like all about you from then on. I would just be trying to impress the crap out of you from then on. And I think that's where a lot of drive came from initially, in addition to the fact that I just didn't like asking people for things. It was something I found very hard to do. So the only thing that I saw to make sense was to just work, make money, have money, be able to spend, own money. And so that's where a lot of that came from. But I just remember thinking, oh, you're getting older now. It's not gonna be like you're mature for your age anymore. It's just normal. And I hated that. I hated that so much. If I could talk to a 20-year-old right now, it would literally be just to tell them that they should be using every ounce of energy that they have to do something productive at all times. Even if productivity means spending genuinely good time with friends and family, I think that's super important. I'm not saying like work 18 hours a day. I literally am just saying, you have all the energy in the world, you should be using it towards something. I think I did that. I think I could have done even more because I remember, I used to watch just buku TV. I love TV so much. I loved coming home from work and just like eating dinner and petting Lucy and having the TV on. I used to brag about how good I was at Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, that whole like, you're mature for your age thing is starting to make a lot of sense. I definitely would say you have so much energy, you have to do more. You just have to do more because the minimum, and I think millennials have really figured this out, the minimum that we do, get the degree or whatever that equivalent is that everyone's telling us that we should do, isn't enough anymore. And I don't necessarily think you need to be some courageous thought leader with 1 million followers on Twitter or Instagram or whatever in order to succeed. But I think everyone needs a personal brand in regards to who they are, period. And I think that the reason I'm saying that is it's a fancy way of saying get to know who you are super fast. Because you're gonna spend your whole 20s thinking about what everyone else is thinking about you. And then you're gonna be like, so in your own head about that. I think the best thing that happened was when I turned 30, and I think it really started happening around 29. I really just started saying, nobody gives a crap. Like literally nobody gives a crap. No one cares about you. They pretend to when it's convenient for them and there's a moment that they can either judge you or offer you a compliment. It doesn't matter which one. Whenever they have the time to consider you, they're going to offer you that feedback. But for the most part, it's literally every man for themselves. And I think that's what made me realize certain things about me that were still trying to make that person impressed for being mature for my age or whatever. I think that's when I realized, okay, none of that matters anymore. Even if you find the perfect person for your life, the perfect complement to you, and you have amazing kids and your family supports you to no end and everything's hunky freaking dory, at the end of the day, you have to like you because you are the only one keeping you alive. That's it. And I think that started to occur to me. And so it's been a good run of about 2 or 3 years of thinking that way. I've made a lot of life changes in that time. But fortunately, in my career, I was like because I did so much work up to that point when I was having this revelation, I was set up for the most perfect success for that point of let go and just focus on what you think, because everything was going so well and everything is still going so well. You bought my book that I put out in January. You are the reason that I'm being sent to the other side of the world to walk on stage for an hour to talk, and people are paying me for it. That comes from literally focus and work, and maybe a little bit of I'm scared of what people think, I need to make them happy, but for the most part, not really. It had more to do with, I think I'm right about this. If I wouldn't have said to myself so many times, I think I'm right about this, I wouldn't be here. So, and I've learned this from Vincenzo a lot, because as much as I hate to say it, his gut is right a lot of the time. And it's causing me to lose a lot of arguments. He teaches me every day, just like whatever that gut check is, you gotta go. You gotta go in on that. And I think that that's been a really big reason why things are going so good. So at age 32, I think I have a whole lot more going on. I have a lot to do, but it's kind of cool to wake up every day and be like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with what is on my calendar. I'm happy with my dog. I mean, like, she's starting to do this thing where she like throws her food out of the bowl in order to eat it, which is making my OCD kick in. But other than that, pretty happy with her. She's 13. Like, if you were 91 human years, what is it, 91 years old, are you really gonna get mad at them for flipping their food over? Probably not. I'm so happy with Vin. We have 2 thriving businesses right now that are only going bigger and better, and I can't even begin to tell you. I'm just wrapping my mind around it. Like, I know business has been good for me overall. It's been good to me overall, but I think we're starting to see some results of things that, you know, you do all this for and you're not sure are always gonna happen, and they're happening. And so yeah, when I had the opportunity to sit back and go, maybe it's time to take a 2-week vacation, it's been great. It's only day 3. Technically it's day 5 because I count the weekend. It's day 5, it's my birthday. Monday was weird not checking email, I have to say, because like, I can tell. I see a parking garage, there's people parked outside that are going to work. I see people working on that building. You can probably hear their like sirens and backup sounds right now. And I can see people working. And so for me to not be working is just inherently against my nature. I don't think I've taken a proper vacation. I don't remember. I know I went to Vegas once with my friend Brittany, and I that was like the second Vegas trip I ever took that was not work related, but I was probably frivolously checking email. So I don't really know if that counts, but I'll let that count. But I can't think of anything else. Like, even for my birthday last year, which was my sister's wedding, that wasn't very much time. It really wasn't. I'm so fortunate to have Malia working for me now. She's my executive assistant. This is the first actual real time I've stepped away from email and she's checking it and I'm not checking it. So happy birthday to me. But anyway, I'm wearing this really adorable dress that I bought and this really amazing thing that makes me look like a Grecian goddess that I bought. And it's like 60 degrees outside, so I don't really know if I can leave the house in it. I was like, I'm definitely wearing that. Oh my God, I don't even know what time it is. It's 9:25. I gotta get a blowout at 10, so we can't be late for that. Do you see that's the priority? My phone is just like ridiculous right now. Just the love. Like, how can you be mad? Oh, I didn't even know it was on it. Gary and David both posted at the same time, happy birthday. P.S. If you haven't seen Planet of the Apps on Apple Music, that series for Gary Vaynerchuk just launched today. Very much recommended. I watched the first episode as soon as I woke up this morning, because of course it came out on my birthday. Why am I not gonna watch it? He literally makes those celebrities look the stupidest. I'm Like, I'm like, yeah, okay, Jessica Alba. Yeah, okay, Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah, okay, will.i.am. Like, I know you guys are incredible brands and you've also like built these other companies off the back of the fact that people know who you are, but do you really know what you're talking about? Like, do you really? I'm sorry, but like, it's, when you put Gary in that room, I don't even want to go there. Like, you can't compete with that. You can't. Okay, so I'm gonna go get a blowout. I think I'm gonna vlog my birthday, but I'm not gonna be sharing it for a while. So you can like at least be like, oh good, we got to see Amy's birthday, but she didn't really work on her birthday. She just like kind of held the camera some of the time. Also for the record, while I was sitting down, literally the first thing I did was spill mimosa on this dress. So let's see if it stained, shall we? No, it didn't. Mimosas are the best thing ever. Officially, you heard it here first. All right, let's go have a birthday. Mom's taking me shopping for my birthday, but we know who really has to come first. The animal getting her steps in.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday